serious national problem? When we hear child abuse, the first thing that pops into our heads is perhaps the mother, the father, the legal guardians, they would be the guilty ones of child abuse at home. But in fact, according to Journal of Advanced Nursing, there has been cases of child abuse in schools, child cares, hospitals, foster homes, the list goes on and on. Usually by the same people who are supposed to take care of them, they're the ones that end up abusing them. Now, what is child abuse? In its simplest definition, child abuse is treating a child in a way that it's not supposed to be treated, in a harmful way, morally wrong way. In my speech, I'm going to talk first about child abuse, second, child abuse in the past, and then second, child abuse in the present, and then thirdly, child abuse in the future. How can we prevent child abuse? Now, moving on to main point number one. There has been child abuse in the past. According to Introducing Child Abuse in 1998, 105 newborn infants were found abandoned in public places. 1/3 of those babies were found dead. They were referred as the dumpster babies. But now under Safe Havens Law was made to protect these children, to protect them from this happening again. Under this law, mothers can anonymously go to a hospital. There's different places where they can anonymously go, drop off their baby, and go off with their life, like nothing happened. They can just drop it off, no questions asked. But if they do, the baby can be up to 5 days old. They leave it there, go on. But if they do have second thoughts, if they do regret it, they can always come back up to 15 months later and reclaim their child. To me, that is a very extreme measure, but it has been approved by the government in order to prevent more senseless deaths of unwanted children. And now, main point number two. While any child is at risk of being abused, children with physical, cognitive, and emotional disabilities have twice the risk of being abused than any other child. As stated beyond the bruises, it is so much easier to abuse a child who is mentally handicapped because they are unable to communicate, unable to comprehend what is happening to them. And I was a witness of that. I used to work with a little boy who was autistic, 13 years old, severely retarded. He had his helmet all the time on. He would hit himself. He had a one-on-one that was with him, 24/7, the one-on-one. And one day he came home full of bruises, bruise in his face, his back, scratches, and it came out that they went to, the mother went to his school and they wanted to see what had happened to Gilberto. And the one-on-one was the guilty one. The one-on-one was the one that he confessed. He fed up with Gilberto, his attitude. He didn't like his attitude, so he started beating Gilberto, an autistic, retarded little boy who wore diapers, who didn't know what was going on. So that's just one of the many times that this happened. That's the time I saw it happen. I know there's many times that happens, and sometimes people go on without knowing because they won't talk. And now, moving on to another thing, fast facts. I want to throw some statistics in my speech. 74 boys are aggressive when they turn older. 63 boys of ages 11 to 20 who are arrested for killing someone are always the mother's abuser. Yet not all abusers become abusive. Some are able to break the cycle. Now, main point number 3. I don't understand how people can treat children this way. I have my little one, a 3-year-old. She's my life. She's everything for me. I can't imagine something happening to my little one. I don't understand how people can do this, and neither does PCA America. The group PCA America is an organization that was built to help children, protect children. The group promotes the 5 R's. The first R, raise the issue. Second R, reach out for children and families in our communities. And third R, remember the risk factors. Fourth, recognize the warning signs. And fifth, report child abuse. Always report child abuse. Never stay quiet. And now, in conclusion, according to Mr. Angel Rochin, my cousin, he works in Los Angeles Child Protective Services. He told me that sometimes parents are unable to realize what they're doing. They don't see they're actually abusing the child. And that's why I believe that's a really big reason why our community involvement is a biggie. It's very important to be involved and to let people know, because sometimes they are not aware of how hurtful they are to their children. And that's about it. My speech was made to inform. I hope you have learned from my speech a little bit from child abuse, and thank you so very much.